Alex Swan, and I'm using the camera to make sure that my hair is set up right. Alright. See, it's a little bit off right now. Let's see if I can make that better. Better? A little better. Might even say it's good enough. It's always that corner. Okay. Today I'm working on Polyhedron Runner 2. If you want to look at Polyhedron Runner, you can go to my website. There's a list of games that I made. Let's see. First thing I need to do is grab an animation that I made on my Mac. I can just throw that into Dropbox and I can pick it up there. Right here, there we go. Okay, get those two things. Go to Dropbox. Upload them like that. Dropbox. Animations. Where's my animations.meta? Looks like I don't see it. Let's go by name. Copy it. Good, I have nothing in animations, so I can delete that, paste those, and let's get it out of Dropbox because I don't need it in there anymore. Okay, now reload here, which must have been so fast that it didn't even show up. Okay. This game is designed to be, this shape here is designed to grow so that you need to find the hole and enter the hole rather than hit one of the edges. And that's the point of the game. Right now, where's our camera? Our camera is over there. Camera. It's this. It's currently a -10. The sphere that we're toying with is 1, which is 1 unit wide. Let's see, let's add this animator controller to it. Let's see what's the easy way to look at it. Looks like this, which is easy enough. Use the intro. Good, it's in the right spot. And grow. I think that that'll make it just grow when I play it. Yep. Right like that. Now how big is grow getting? 2 audio listeners. Let's fix that. There's an audio listener there. There's an audio listener there. Alright, so that should save that problem. Alright, so what's going to happen? Nope, nope, don't type cat. Here's what we're gonna do. We gotta set up something that creates those. Let's see what our prefabs look like. Prefabs, right here. Create a prefab. Sphere. Just gonna throw that in there. So now we have that. Now we want another object. We want this object to be a sphere factory. I'm missing one that I'd like. Why is that not cloning? It's finally downloading it. Okay. That's pretty wild. Might have just put it in 2 spots. Let me check. Documents. Looks like that. Then GitHub. Oh, it's not there. Okay. So this one looks like this. Every dot has an enemy script. So enemy script looks like this. Let's look at the prefabs. Dot. There's one of these. There's a dot script. Speed, source, life. Oh, I guess they don't shoot. Let's look at. Which one is the player? Gliders, player 1, start. Looks like that. Player input script. Holster script, available guns, rifle. Rifle. Looks like this is a shooter script. Projectile is the dot. Projectile. New object pooler script is what I'm looking for. Okay. Let's find that. Aha, there we go. This is a generic pooler script. And how we use it looks like that. Get one of these things. We've got some pooled prefabs. We have everything we need. This is what uses one. Looks like that. Got a pooler script. Looks like that. Let's open up our polyhedron runner again. We're going to make a pooler script of spheres. Game manager. Let's make a quick get over here. Asset scripts. Right there. That's where we want the script to be. Save as documents. GitHub. assets, scripts, new object pooler script, right there. Object pooler script, pooled prefabs, 1. I want to use the prefab sphere. Okay, looks like that. Now this is how we use the thing. We want the game manager to use the pooler script to create it. And the pool looks like this when it creates one. And it sets itself to so that there's only one. It makes one like that. Okay, game manager script is attached to this. Really? Okay, lose my example. Lost my example. Let's go find it again. Not that one. Shooter script looks like this. Alright, the game manager script doesn't need to update on its own, but what it does need to do is have a function that it can call. Void next shape. Looks like that. That's going to be named shape because it's a string. The object pooler script looks like this. Get pool, get prefab. Spawn. Spawn looks like this. It's got a string, that's the prefab name. It gets a specific prefab. Looks like so. If not shape, and then we need to tell it what we want it to look like. Okay, here's what I've got that I've made before. That is yesterday's, or last time's. Alright, I've got an output that looks like this. It's JSON, it has Euler angles of very specific times, like this. So what I need to do is read these in. I need to figure out what to do to set them up. I need to read a JSON script. So here's what's happening when the game manager goes read game script JSON. Let's start. Void play. Let's do it then. Maybe our animator needs to have an idle state. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. So our animations, I still haven't finished this text, so let's save that. Don't need shooter script. Is that going to be better? Much better. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. You got to load a JSON. Alright, here's the fun thing about the pooler is when we set things to inactive, then it will, instead of creating a shape, it will use the one that we've already got. That means that when we decide how many ahead we're going to have, we won't need to make any after that. Which means we can call these shapes the very second that we need them. So that's what we're going for. And the pooler itself already knows that we start with 10, I think is what it says. So this pooler is pretty awesome. The pooler looks like this. Starts with 10. 10 of these right here. Which is great because we are about to call these live as we need them. Load JSON we want and in the update we want to, when timer is at about 1 second before, no, we'll need it to be about 4 seconds, right? I'll have to check the animation. Create a shape. Now the tricky part is we need to make sure that we only create a shape for each one. That's not too hard though. What we can do is have a int shape index like so. Start shape index is equal to 0. Need to load the JSON too. That's not hard. Let me think of something that I've used the JSON. I've read into JSON before. Hypertiles is something I've done that before. I don't think I've got that downloaded yet, so let's get it. Clone. Oh goodness. Alright, what's the fast way to get access to that? I think it's on my laptop. Pretty sure it's called hexagon, even though it's 5 points. Okay. Player script, obstacle script, hexagon script, game manager script, constructor script. Let's try this one. Constructor script is wrong. Game manager script. Okay. Constructor script looks, or game manager script looks good. I need to find where it defines JSON object. I might already have one actually. So here's what it's going to look like. We make something that looks like this. We use the generic collections. We make a list of JSON object shapes, something like that. JSON object current shape, like so, but it doesn't know JSON object yet, which means I need to give it to that JSON object. Assets JSON. Throw that into Dropbox. Dropbox JSON. Copy that. Up, yeah, assets, like so. Okay, let it compile it. Now it should be happy over here too. Nope, it just crashed. Let me go like this too. In our scenes, we grab level 1 back. Okay. Game manager. Why does this not have its own? Did it break it? Save it so we don't lose that again. Game manager script loaded. It knows what a JSON object is. We need a public text asset shapes JSON. Go like that. This will reload. Go. Now we can choose song. Weird. I do have these. Yeah. Let's use this one. Oh, it's called output. So let's see if we can find it called output in our assets. Output. Nope. Let's save it. Save it somewhere useful. It's going there instead of in the assets. Assets. Do we have scenes, prefabs, plugins, models, materials, audio animation? Let's make a folder. Let's make a folder in here. New folder named levels. Now, ideally, a level would have a music, a song, associated with it, and that's probably what's going to happen. We'll just call it output 4 because why not? There we go, so that's their game manager. We are going to tell it to have output 4. Oh boy, okay. Put this away. Alright. Game manager. Created that. Oh, I forgot to teach myself this again. Okay. Here's what it'll look like. Then we open it with that. Okay, we're not going to need an index because what we're just going to do is iterate through each of the shapes and go through one to the next like that. Alright, so here's how it works. We can open this up, put this over here, see what it looks like. Okay. Don't need that anymore. It's going to look like this. JSON object j is equal to new JSON object shapes JSON dot toString song data. Okay. Okay, that's the text. That's good. Loading the text in. Now what we want to do JSON object JSON positions is equal to j dot get field positions dot list. Looks like that. So we want it to be shapes, like so. Looks like we do want to We don't need a current one, but we do need an int current shape index. Current shape index is equal to 0. Alright, so we've got that. Let me just go ahead and put this. Alright, so what we want is a timer, so we know when we want this to go, and we want the game manager to take care of that. So we'll have this stuff, JSON data. Yep, didn't mean to do that. Game variables, and no, let's do float timer is equal up. Game variables. Bool. Game. What are we going to call the variable that we created? Hello. Modcub, thanks for following. Okay. We need to create a Boolean. There, like so. When we tell it to play, we set the timer to 0.0, and game in progress is equal to true. Now, we only need to create these when a game is in progress. Wajquab. That's what your name was. Sorry, I only got a very small portion of it. But okay. That's what we're looking for. We want a current shape set up. Current beat. I'm using a JSON library from a game I used before, so I have to hunt it down a little bit. It plays a little different too, so I'm not straight copying it over, I'm just okay, what we want is current shape is equal to, come on, okay, shapes current shape index. Okay, so that's what the current shape looks like. Now we're waiting for the time that we want to set up the shape. So we'll watch the first one. If current shape looks like this, get field time okay, we don't need to make it too far ahead, but we need to make it as far ahead as we will ever need it to be. So if things are going to take a long time to set up, then yeah. Let's see, but what are we setting on the time? The time is what we want the animation to hit grow. Let's create a state here. We want this state to be idle because we want it to go. We want it to be made. We want it to go idle. We want it to do intro. We make this the default. Let's get rid of this. Oh, we've got a cat. Treat it idle. What is up with this one? There we go. Okay. I don't know what the deal is with this one. We can get rid of this, I believe. Okay. It does what it's supposed to. It goes idle, and then when it's time, we'll trigger it to do the intro. Animations. Let's get an animator up. Make an animation. Animation. Just put that there. Sphere has a scale animation right now. Looks like that. Okay, so those are that animation. We've got intro, we've got grow. Let's make shape idle. Shape idle looks like this. It's going to be .01. It's going to be tiny. Save that. Intro. What does it start at here? Starts at 0. Let's, for the sake of 1.01, it's effectively the same. Save all those. Okay, pretty sure. Okay, it did put it in the animation. Good. Let's go back to the animator. It's going here. Why did that show up? Guess I don't need that one. Now to go to that, I want it to only do it when I trigger it. Transition. Let's save everything. let's see, I'm running out of time, so I'm going to have to end pretty soon, but what I want to finish up is the logic to make it test a shape here, to figure out what shape it wants. It gets the time here. It gets the time. We want it to be a number for us. And you do that by calling it an n. Okay, so we get the time. What we want to do, if the current shape is the one that we're sending off, and it's less than 1.0 second, 1.0 f. Okay, so if it's within 1 second, we need to update, right here. When the game's in progress, we timer plus equals time.delta time. So that's how much is in the frame. Now, we look at the time, and if the time is less than the timer, then we're going to do this. We're going to set this off. We need to create shape, increment index, create shape index plus plus. Now we're looking at it right here. Okay, so this is where we use the it's so close. Okay. This is where we're using the pool like this, but not there. There. Next. Shape. Should we can pass this along. Why not? Looks like fun. I don't have to assign it again. Next to JSON object shape. Now we make a prefab shape. JSON. Like so. And we add one to the pooler. Hi Ezrain, thanks for joining. I'm almost done today, but right now I'm making a sequel to one of my games, Polyhedron Runner. This one is going to have specific angles for each shape instead of it being random, and it's designed with the Google Cardboard in mind. I have a few ideas for new features for it, so it might be a completely different game in the end. So here's how this looks. It goes like that. If we don't have a shape, we have the shape there. Now we want the shape dot transform dot angles. Okay, we can set them like that. We want that to look like this. Double check this. Oh. Yes, Busy Cola. It's a good one. I like the name. Which reminds me, it looks like chat isn't quite working, so I'm going to double check this. Is it running yet? I don't know why chat's not working. It should be right here. But it's not. So I'll keep watching you guys. Alright, so what I need now is I need to get these angles here into this transform dot rotation is equal to, how do I get Euler? Okay, I'm drawing a blank real quick here. So let's Unity3d Euler angles. I want to set them. Set Euler angles. Is it quaternion? Let's try that. There we go. And it'll let me use 3 floats. So here's what we're going to do. We get the shape. We've got a shape. We need shape JSON. Okay, so I named these positions, but I need to change that because that doesn't really do exactly what I expect it to. I want it to be, now I'm just hitting buttons. Find. Let's do find and replace. Find position. Rotation. There, that's saved. Alright, so we've got that going. Did I lose my position? Okay, next shape here. Okay, throwing that in there. Now we need shape JSON. Yeah, I see what's happening. Okay. Let's get the JSON object rotation JSON equal to shape JSON get field rotation list. And then we do rotation JSON dot get field field x. That's a number. Number z y x. Okay. Check that out. Game Manager script 21. That's rotations. Probably should have just made it rotations. Nah, let's keep it positions. I think that makes sense to me. Because it involves a time, and that is a position in the fourth dimension. Yeah, my keyboard, Esrain, is a DOS keyboard, and it is cherry black, I believe, which is the most clicky. Yep, so I can show you. It's kind of an old version because the new ones have media keys. The characteristics I was looking for was the enter key is like this with this key here, and also the arrow keys and the position of these keys here all needed to be like I remember from my childhood. And it was kind of hard to find a keyboard that had everything exactly the way that I remember. So it's nice, I like it, I've had it for many years, and it's treated me very well. Okay, so I fixed that one, I think, or I might have just set it all back to... Can't implicitly convert a list of type JSON object to JSON object. Okay, I see what it's saying now. Aha! When we start, we're loading the JSON. JSON object shapes. J is that, shapes is that. No, I don't see. 21. Shapes is a JSON list. Maybe that doesn't have to be. Oh, it's too bad that your DOS keyboard didn't work right. I hope that was recent, because it looks like their customer support's been really good. They are very active in the Reddit community and are usually very willing to do what they can to make people happy. Okay, let me check this script, see what I did here. List of JSON object is beats. Beats looks like this. Beat is assigned get field beats list. Analysis, get the field analysis. List of type JSON object. It's weird that that's not working. It's weird that this delta time thing isn't working either. Oh, I don't need to make it a function. Okay, so there's that problem. What is having 53. JSON. Oh, I'm setting it as a list. Do I need that? I think that I can get away with that. And let's look. Get field. How many times do I see? I set it as a number. I just get the field. Okay, yeah, I just get them as JSON objects. Okay, that means that my problem is this. List. JSON object. Oh, I've already assigned it as shapes, so shapes looks like that, right? Right. Let that catch up. Alright. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. I'm not sure what the issue with that one is. It's gone. Okay, so not really much to show, but it is loading JSON right now. So right now I've got to catch a bus. Alright, Ezrain, what have you said? You sent last Thursday. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, DOS keyboard's great. I'm a big fan of it. So that's that. I have to catch a bus. Thanks for joining. I'll get chat working on the screen eventually, but right now I gotta head. So, bye y'all.